Guys, Mitch Deskis here, coming from you from my new humble abode. As some of you guys saw, that I just moved into my brand new apartment, and it's real exciting. But honestly, the most exciting part about it to me is looking at this and knowing the only reason why this has happened is because of all the lives I've changed over the past year and a half. So, you know, I feel very fortunate and humbled by that, and this wouldn't be possible without the help of those individuals that I've been able to train. So today's video, I want to talk about the difference between lifting heavy and light, and when you can incorporate, or why you should incorporate, both of those into your strength training routine. Now, personally, I like to work out 6 days a week. And what I do is I do a 3-day split. So I do chest, tri, back, bi, legs, and shoulders. And I do that, obviously I do all those twice a week. And the reason for that is because on 3 of the days, so those first 3 days, I may go heavy. I may go heavy on my squat, bench, and deadlift. And then on those other 3 days, I'll go light. So I back off the weights. I back off going heavy, and I do more hypertrophy work, so it's more muscle building versus strength training and incorporating. See, the reason why those two are so great is because if I start lifting heavy over here, then over here when I do my hypertrophy days, I'm able to increase the weight, and as we know, the more intensity, the higher the intensity and the tension on the chest or the muscles in general, that's going to break down more muscle fibers, and that's how we build muscle, is through breaking down the muscle fibers even more, whether or not we're going, you know, higher rep range or we're increasing the weight. So both of those are going to increase your muscles and things like that. So, like I was talking about, in my personal strength training routine, I go back and forth between the two throughout the week. So it's not just going heavy throughout the week, because the reason for that is I don't want to go heavy all the time, or you don't want to go heavy all the time, because what happens is when we go heavy all the time, we're putting too much strain on our ligaments and our joints, and over time, you're going to have injuries. So that's a great reason why for what's called a deload week, or a deload in general, is you're taking less strain and stress off those joints and ligaments and allowing your body to recoup and recover, but you're still exercising, you're still doing muscle building versus strength training. Now, if I was in your position, and say for instance I'm either new to strength training or new to working out, or I've been working out for a while and I just don't know, you know, when to use heavy strength training and when to do, you know, light weights and do hypertrophy work. Now the difference between the two is strength training is usually from like 1 to 6 reps. So that rep range of 1 to 6 is strength training. Now when we get to about 8 to 12 to 15, that's when we're doing more hypertrophy work. Anywhere from 15 upwards of 25, that's when we're just doing endurance work. That's when we're just helping the muscle endure more. That way, whenever we go heavy, we can do more weight. So all those incorporated are great to use in your strength training routine. So anyways, back on track. If I was in your position, say I'm only strength training 4 days a week, what I would do is I wouldn't do any sort of split in general, like a chest back split or legs and shoulders, whatever that. I would do an upper and a lower body split. The reason for that is those 2 days that you do upper and lower, I would do heavy strength training. The other 2 days, I would then do lightweight or hypertrophy work, endurance work. That way we're giving our body time to recover and recoup, or giving those joints and ligaments time to recover and recoup. So what I would do as far as rep range at that point in time, if we're just now getting to heavy strength training, I would go with 8 reps. So again, focus on our warm-up. We're going to warm up either chest, if we're doing bench press, or if we're doing shoulder press, warm up properly. I always use the bar or lightweight. That way I'm focusing on the form. Deadlift, let's go lightweight, and squat. Some of y'all have seen my squat warm-up. I warm up personally with the bar. and that's just me. I'm just allowing my hip flexors to open up. So always warm up. After that, we're going to go 3 working sets of 8 reps. So we're going to go 8 reps 3 times through. And then what we're going to do is the next week, we're going to go 4 sets of 8. The following week after that, we're going to go 3 sets of 6. The 4th week, we're going to go 4 sets of 6. The 5th week, we're going to go 5 sets of 5. The next week, we're going to go 5 sets of 3. On the hypertrophy days, the endurance days, we're going to start out with 10 reps. So 3 sets of 10. Again, focusing on the warm up first off. So working sets of 3 sets of 10. The next week, we're going to go 4 sets of 10. The following week after that, we're going to go 3 sets of 12. Following week after that, 4 sets of 12. The following week, 3 sets of 15. The following week, 4 sets of 15. So we're hitting every fiber that we can in about 6 weeks or so. Then I would start all the way back over, and you're going to see how much you've increased. Now, the reason why I like doing the deload week, or I like to go heavy one part of the week and light the other part of the week, is because once we go heavy, when we go to our hypertrophy days, we're able to lift more weight than we did the week prior. So again, like I talked about in the beginning of the video, the more tension we have on the muscle fibers is how we break them down, and by breaking them down is really how we build muscle up. That's how we build the muscle. Obviously, you feel with the lactic acid being sore. Now, we're not going to build muscle unless we obviously incorporate proper nutrition. So that's the key staple. And if you're wanting to, increase your size or become more lean, that's how we do it. Now, if we're just going strength training based, follow that routine. Follow going with the 3 sets of 8, the 4 sets of 8, things like that. So that's what I would personally do if I was just now getting into strength training. If you can't go to the gym 6 times out of the week, you're just now getting into it 3-4 times a week, I would do an upper lower body split for strength training base, and then obviously the hypertrophy base, muscle building, I would do those on the other 2 days as well. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned some valuable information. I know that that I personally did, as far as whenever I first started out. I didn't know things like this, but it's always great having someone there who's done it, experienced it, and they can give their knowledge away. And that's what I hope I'm doing, guys. I hope I'm giving you guys great knowledge. That's the reason why I make these videos. I don't make these videos to make my ego any bigger or whatever it may be, or get clients. I'm just trying to give you as much valuable information as possible with all the knowledge that I know. So guys, that being said, please like and share my information. I know that there's more people out there that can obviously learn from what I'm talking about. So please do that, and stay tuned for the next video that I'm posting.